Hi everybody, my name is Donna. I'm from Michigan and I have decided and have signed up for the Orbera balloon, and I will be getting my balloon on the 29th of September 2017 after much deliberation and thinking. I went to my appointment on Friday and got my consult, and after getting all my questions answered, I decided to go ahead and sign up. A little bit about me. Like I said, I live in Michigan. I'm married. I've been married for 26 years and I have two adult children, 22 and 20, who are both away at college. And we have a 5-month-old English Springer Spaniel puppy who keeps us very busy. I'm 5'6½" and I weigh 198 pounds, which is way too big. I've done every diet in the book. I've actually been on Weight Watchers, Omada, Jenny Craig, you know, the military diet, all of those things, plus many other diets, have a little bit of success for me. I mean, in Weight Watchers, I actually got to be a lifetime member, but over time, it just slowly comes back, and it seems harder and harder and harder to lose, no matter what I do. I walk just about daily. I've done 2 half-marathon walkings, and I used to run, but it's harder for me to run, I think, because of my weight. My knees hurt and such. I look forward to possibly doing that again someday. But I have done, about 2 years ago, I did my last 5K, and so I do that. I also used to go to a boot camp nearby, early morning, 5 a.m. boot camp. But the gentleman who used to run that camp has moved away, and so I haven't gone and found anything else yet. I work full-time, and I'm in a job where I sit at a desk basically from 6:45 in the morning until 6 o'clock at night, or 5:30 at night, and then I drive home. It takes about a half-hour drive home and there. So I'm sitting for at least 12 hours of my day. I seem to put the weight on more in the winter in Michigan than in the summer. I am pretty active outside, and the winter months are so cold and dark by the time you get home that it's hard to go out and do exercising. So I tend to put my weight on, maybe 5 pounds a winter. So that's something I need to work on and change. So anyway, I went to my consult, and some of the key learnings is this is only a tool. It's not a magic balloon, as everybody says. It helps you train yourself and your brain, your body, to put the right foods in, the right amount of food, and help you kind of get back in control for portion controls. It definitely had to put work into it. From everything I see in the videos, the people that tend to cheat tend to not do as well. You still lose some weight, but I would suspect that probably comes right back on after you get the balloon out. If I want to make the progress, yeah, I think I had to be in the right mindset, and I'm in that mindset now. I'm really in it to win it. I really want to do well. And for me, I really want to make this my start of my journey for my life, and I really make sure it works for me. It's a lot of money, and of course no insurance covers it yet in the US. My procedure will run around $7,800. Insurance will cover some of the prescription medicines, but nothing else. I'm actually going to track my overall cost just to see, because with prescriptions and out-of-pocket and other things, I just wonder how much it's really going to cost. It's interesting, when I was there, after going through and talking with a medical assistant, and I met the doctor in the consult, which, being a free consult, I didn't even really expect to meet the doctor. I figured I would just be talking to like a PA or a medical assistant. After talking to them for a while, they offered me to be part of an FDA study where there's 255 people being studied right now. You get studied for a year, 6 months during the balloon insertion and then 6 months following. And when you do that, you can earn up to $4,000. So my total price would be more like $3,800, which is pretty cool. So I read all about that. They give you a packet to read, about 15 pages front and back. And there's a couple things for me that I had to consider. You have to make 18 visits down to physically be in the office to talk with the FDA administrators. That for me is, you know, a 2-hour trip one way, so that's some time commitment away from work. So total 18 visits of that. I think about half, 9 or 10 visits, I had to make anyway for going to see the doctor, so they will consolidate them and do them at the same time. They actually pay you for every visit you make, and it's within a certain time frame. So if you, during the balloon insertion, like the first few weeks, it's, you know, 1 week plus or minus 3 days of when you had the procedure, or 4 weeks plus or minus 7 days, or whatever. But every time you go, if you go within the time frame allotted, they give you $200, and if you go outside that time frame, it's $100. But they still will pay you as long as you go and see them. In that, they basically do your weight and your measurements. They interview you on your side effects or any kind of issues you're having. They have you fill in some kind of survey for your like dietary needs or what you've been eating. And they do a little more like satisfaction kind of survey too. It's not supposed to be very long, and I thought it would be good to have the measurements along the way. The other big thing that I learned in the FDA program is that you can't use any other assistance during the Orbera program, which the program that I'm going through, they offer B12 injections to help you get your metabolism going. And they can't do that if you're on the FDA program, but they can do it after the balloon is out. So while the balloon's in, you can't do anything like that. But afterwards you can, you just got to report it. So for me, it wasn't a big deal. That part wasn't. You know, I think the overall purpose of the FDA program or study is to ensure that they're studying the effectiveness of the Orbera, assess it for side effects, make sure that you're getting the BMI changes that you're hoping for and I'm hoping for, and also people that have it early removed and the reasons, so that they can even put more information out there for people, for others. So I thought it was a really good way for me not only to make it cost less, but also to help others, which I don't know about anybody that's watching this video, but I watched pretty much every testimonial I could find, and they've been very helpful. I mean, you definitely see some of the consistencies in every person, and also some of the things that are, you know, maybe more dependent on the person that you could have, and such. So I just, I find that kind of interesting, you know, and very helpful. I'm going to go back, because one of the key things I learned when I was reading through all the material, there are risks that are significant, but they're pretty rare, life-threatening type risks. I mean, there's risks in everything.